Okay, so for tonight, we have the following discussion. It's about internet, intranet, World Wide Web, web technologies, principles of effective web design, things to consider in web designing, format of a web page, support, tools for web creation, and why website is important. Okay, so wala pa tayong discussion about HTML, CSS, no? And other things. Introduction muna tayo. So it's better to to listen and um, i-absorb ninyo no yung lecture kasi it's web development is not just a development na ginagawa mo or nagdi-design ka lang. No? So hindi siya ganon kadali. Okay? So there are many things to consider in website development uh, to have an impact doon sa user. Okay? So let's start. So, internet. What is internet? The internet is a global system of interconnected computer networks that use the standard internet protocol suite, no? Which is the TCP/IP. Okay. So I guess you are all familiar with the TCP/IP protocol to link several billion devices worldwide. So currently, we are connected, no, with the internet kasi lahat tayo naka-online. Okay? And how internet works. Nakikita nyo yung diagram ko? O matagal mag-render sa unit ninyo.
Kita po, sir.
Okay. Kasi yung iba baka mabagal no. I'm not sure kung yung connection ko may problem sometimes gano'n no. Hindi mag-open this doon sa sa end ninyo pero sa akin okay lang. Okay. So just let me know kung merong problem or merong delay no doon sa presentation natin. Okay. So how internet works? So here we have 6 steps no from the user up to DNS and web server. So for example, we have a user, okay, connected to internet, and this user requested a website. So example is a facebook.com, okay, and this user is using his favorite browser. Okay, so any type of browser, Internet Explorer, Edge, kahit na ano. Then this user type the www.facebook.com and press enter. Okay. So yung request niya will pass through doon sa ISP. So lahat tayo, no, dumadaan tayo sa ISP. Ano yung ISP? Internet Service Provider. Doon tayo nagsusubscribe. Okay? And this request will pass through to ISP and papasok doon sa DNS server. No? Ano yung DNS server? Yung domain name server. Okay? So ano yung wait po meron lang akong work related. Ay, nako. Okay. Dapat pagka ganitong ano na, after office hour, wala nang ano, no? Kaya lang kasi, pagka work from home, and especially my my duty is digital, so anytime, no? Walang pinipiling oras. And sometimes, no, this week lang merong alauna ng madaling araw, merong naging issue with our user. So I need to immediately respond doon sa issue. So ganoon ang trabaho pagka nasa industry ka na, no? Okay, so let me continue. Sa DNS, which is the domain name server, ang trabaho nito is to register the domain. Okay? So, meron siyang list of domains. No? So, ano yung mga list of domains na yun? Like yung facebook.com, pup.edu.ph, yahoo.com. Okay? So, meron siyang list. Okay? With this list, ang equivalent niya is the IP address. Okay? So, nandoon sa kanya yung record ng IP address nung domain name. Okay? So, yung facebook.com, in case na nandun sa DNS server, so ipoprovide ng DNS server. Ang response niya is the IP address. Okay? So, ang babalik doon, that will be the step 3. So, yung ibabalik doon sa unit ng user is the IP address. And at the back of the operating system, marireceive yun ng user IP, yung IP address. Okay? Then, without noticing, yung IP address, dadaan uli sa no? Kasi, ito yung IP address ng kasi parang sinabi ng DNS, ito yung IP address ng facebook.com. Then, pasok uli siya doon sa internet service provider. Okay? And to look for the IP address. Okay? So, from DNS server, bato doon sa user, then balik siya or hahanapin niya yung IP address. And the IP address of facebook.com before is 31.13.76.68. Okay. Familiar kayo sa IP address?
Yes po.
Yes po, sir.
Okay. So let me share to you yung yung desktop ko mismo. I'll give you an example, no? Para makita ninyo yung sinasabi ko. I will open the browser, no? Then check the IP address of facebook.com. Okay? So using yung ping facebook.com. Okay. Kaya lang hindi kanya babatuhan ng ng result. And wala akong inilagay na IP address, no? Only facebook.com. 31.13.77.35. Before, ang IP address is 31.13.76.68. So, binago niya na, no? But, yung main, nalaglag. It's the same address, no, na ibinigay sa atin. Ang difference lang is the last two octal value, no? Yung 7735. Pero yung first two octal value ng IP address is the same, no? 3113. Okay. So, let me copy this IP address, no, and type here, no, dun sa address field ng browser. 31.13.77.35. 31.13 ano nga yun? 0.77. Let me check again. 0.35. Ayun. Okay. So makikita ninyo yung logo ng ng facebook.com. Hindi pa ako tapos mag-type. Okay. Then it will open the facebook.com. Okay. So ibig sabihin, yung IP address, no, sent by the domain name server doon sa user, no, is correct. Okay. Then yung IP address is actually the web server. Okay, this is the web server, and i-open niya. So since yung request mo is the IP address, ang ibabalik na sa'yo is, or yung ibabalik niya doon sa user, is the website of facebook.com. Okay, so si web server contains all the documents or web documents of facebook.com. Okay, so i-open niya yon, and then ang makikita ng user is the HTML format, no, ng facebook.com. Okay? So kung gusto nating makita yung HTML, no, design, no, we can use the right button, no, to click and view the source of Facebook website, no. Ito yung pinaka landing page, no. When you request sa facebook.com, i-open niya yung landing page mo. Okay? So, ito yung HTML. Okay. So, lang nakikita nyo, class?
Yes po.
Increase ko lang yung view para makita nyo ng gusto. Okay. So, these are all HTML. So, wala kang ibang makikitang other programs, no, like yung mga script, no, hindi nyo makikita dyan. Okay? Going back dun sa lecture natin. So that's how internet works, no? Depende doon sa request mo. Sometimes yung DNS wala doon sa no? Kasi ang link natin to join, no, doon sa internet connection globally nandoon sa Singapore, no? So through submersible fiber optic. So pagka submersible fiber optic, ibig sabihin nandoon niya sa ilalim ng dagat. Okay? It's thousands of lines, no? And meron din backup 'yan, no? So pagka nagkakaroon ng problem, let's say disconnection. Okay? Hindi naman nangyari pa 'yon, no? Although meron tayong backup recently na idagdag lang to prevent, no, yung I think na experience niyo, no? Pero hindi niyo siguro, I don't know, no? Minsan siguro mga 5 years ago, nagkaroon ng interruption. Merong mga application na hindi na-open. Okay? May mga for example, yung Facebook, no? Hindi siya na-open, no, for few hours because of that incident. Okay? So 2016 nag-start, so nagkaroon na siya ng backup. Okay? So it's not actually the cloud na sinasabi, but naka-ano pa rin tayo, no? Naka-link pa rin tayo through fiber optic cable. Okay. And now we have the intranet. Intranet is a private network that is contained within an enterprise. So, ibig sabihin, within an enterprise, hindi siya available sa labas. Okay? It may consist of many interlinked local area networks and also use leased lines, no, in the wide area network. So, sa computer networks, pinag-aaralan niya, no, yung leased lines and also yung wide area networks. Also yung local area networks. No? And typically, an intranet includes connections through one or more gateway computers, no, to the outside internet. Example ng intranet. Yung ano, no, yung connection natin with the PUP. Ang main natin is the main campus, yung Mabini campus at may Santa Mesa, no? Then we have several colleges, no? Say yung HRM, communications, no? So these colleges connected to main main campus, which is the Mambini campus. Okay, through a connection, device connection. Okay, so merong ang ginagamit natin is the radio, internet radio. Okay, so point to point yon, point to point. And PUP mismo, no, is using leased line connection. Okay, hindi yung connection natin na base na pang home base lang. Okay, so it's a different type of connection which is leased line. Okay. Pagka leased line, let's say sa atin, no, ngayon may mga connection or subscription na 300 Mbps. Okay, sa PLDT ganyan, no, 300 Mbps, pero ang throughput nun is not 300 Mbps. Okay, kasi ang connection pagka sa home subscription, shared yan, no? Shared. Okay? And si leased line, dedicated naman yan, no? Pagka sinabing 300 Mbps, that is throughput, 300 Mbps, wala kang ka-share. Okay? So, mabilis talaga. And anong relation man ito with the intranet and the website, no? You could also create a website and intranet base. So, yung website mo within the enterprise lang. No? O pwede rin na yung website mo could be accessed by another person but with authorization. Okay? Another person, let's say outside, no? Nasa outside siya, work from home. Okay? Far away from the location of the enterprise. Okay? Pwede rin yun. Okay? But with an authorization. Okay? Kahit na nasa abroad siya, then yung enterprise or yung corporation nandito lang sa Manila, no? Possible yun. Okay? But with authorization. So that's how intranet works, no? Ano lang siya, no? Within an enterprise or within an organization. Okay, so this is how intranet works. No? You have 3 hosts, example lang to, no? And a network switch. Okay, so common yung network switch connected all the computers, including the internal web server. Okay, so walang DNS doon wala nang DNS, no? Kasi hindi mo kailangan ng DNS when you access the website. Okay? Kasi yung website residing internally with the web server. Okay? So pwede kang mag-create ng web server using web server application like Apache, IIS. Okay? So i-configure mo 'yan. Okay? So there's no need for the domain name. Pero kung gusto mo maglagay ng domain name, it's okay, no? Kahit na gumawa ka ng facebook.com. Pero local lang 'yan, no? Hindi siya lalabas. Okay? So, kino-configure lang yan, class. Now, we have the World Wide Web, or WWW. This is an information space where documents and other web resources are identified by URLs. No? URLs, Uniform Resource Locator. Interlinked by hypertext link and can be accessed via the internet. And this is the World Wide Web looks like. So, it's really a web. Pero, imagination lang yan, class. No? It's all connected with wire. Okay? Meron tayong connection, wireless, no? But using ano yan, no? Yung mga cell site nung ano, no? Nung telco. So, sila yung nagpo-provide ng ano, ng signal, no? So, nare-receive natin yon, and all cell sites are transmitter. No? Kasi transmitter, and they also receive. No? Yung sa atin, transmitter din yan, no? Or transmitter and also receiver, yung mobile natin and also yung cellphone natin. Ay, yung computer units natin. Receiver and also transmitter. Okay, so next is the web technologies. I only added 4 technologies, no? Pero maraming klase. No? Maraming klase ang web technologies. First is the website. Then we have web portal. Next is search engine. And then we have the audio and video streaming. So a website, also written as in 2 words, website, is a collection of related web pages, including multimedia content typically identified with a common domain name, okay, and published on at least one web server. Okay? Kahit na yung website mo, maraming pages, no? There will be a common name for your website. Okay? And that is the domain name. Okay? Yung ano, no, pup.edu.ph. Maraming ano yan, maraming pages siya, no? Okay? And meron din siya maliliit na ano, na site, no? Kaya ang tawag diyan is a web portal. PUP is a web portal. Okay? And also a website. Kasi maraming internal site dun sa ano, no, sa loob ng pup.edu.ph. Okay, so a web portal, this is a website also, no, that serves as a gateway or a main entry point on the internet to a specific field of interest or an industry. No? A portal provides at least 4 essential services. Okay, example, search engine, email, no? Links to other related sites, and custom-made content. So, si pup.edu.ph, ito yung lagi kong ginagamit na example kasi this is the best example for website and web portal. Meron siyang search engine, meron ding email, no, provided to all community, no, including students, faculty, okay, and yung mga administrative workers, okay. Links to other related sites, yes, no. Merong ano, no, bukod doon sa mga government sites, no, na nandoon sa website natin ngayon, meron ding SIS students and SIS faculty. Okay? And also yung custom-made content. So, napakaraming content niya, no? Search engine. This is a program that searches for and identifies items in a database, no, that correspond to keywords or characters specified by the user. So, ito yung mga tina-type ng user, no? Kung ano yung keyword. And used especially for finding particular sites on the World Wide Web. Do you have any idea how the search engine works, class? Meron ba kayong alam na technology? No? Paano nagsisearch? Paano lumalabas yung sites na dinidisplay niya? Do you have any idea, class? Hindi ba kayo curious? Bakit, let's say, pagka nag-open ka ng Google, no? Then, you type the keyword, press enter, tapos lalabas yung mga website, no? Doon sa, sa display mo, containing the keyword. No? Lalabas ba yung walang keyword doon sa list of sites na sinuggest ng Google search engine? Okay, so I'll give you an example. No? Paano siya nag-search para meron kayong idea when you need to add a search engine, no, with your website. Okay? Paano siya ginagawa and ano yung mga mechanism na dapat ilagay. Okay? So how does search engine works? Okay. So meron tinatawag na web crawler or web spider. Okay. Ano yan? Robot yan. No? It's a program or it's a robotic program, no? Na ginagamit ng search engine. It's a multiple web crawler. No? Hindi lang isang web crawler ang ginagamit ng search engine like Google. No? I don't know kung ilang web crawler ang ginagamit ngayon ng Google for search engine. Kasi before, siguro mga 8 years ago, no, 4 web spider crawler ang ginagamit niya, no, to locate yung mga keywords na itinatype ng user. Okay? So let me explain to you, no, kung ano yung diagram natin. For example, merong user, no, na nag-type ng keyword, no, doon sa Google search engine. Okay? Then yung itinype niya, eto may may line naman eh. Okay? Yung itinype niya, isi-search 'yon. Okay. Saan siya magsi-search? Okay. So using the web crawler, ito yung mga mechanism para i-locate yung keyword. Okay, so meron siyang search engine, ilo-locate niya yung mga keyword. Saan niya ilo-locate? Of course, doon sa web server. Okay. And paano yung ginagawa niyang pag-search? Okay. So sa website, maraming documents. Okay. Merong HTML, merong CSS, merong JavaScript. Okay, so these are the documents. Merong image, di ba? Merong audio, merong mga library files, no? Merong frameworks, no? So different documents, no, to build the website. Pero saan siya maghahanap? Sa HTML. Okay? Ito yung content ng website. Hindi siya maghahanap sa CSS. CSS is a design. No? Wala siyang content. Okay? And what are the contents? Merong article. The article is text. Okay? Let's say sa news site, no, may mga may mga text na nababasahin ng user. Okay? Merong image, may audio, may video. So different contents na makikita doon sa HTML. Okay? Pero ang hahanapin niya text lang kasi text lang yung itinype ng user. Okay? So, isi-search niya doon sa HTML. And if the web crawler find the exact keyword doon sa HTML, ilalagay niya yan doon sa yung index data. Okay? Mag-create siya ng index eh. Okay? So, ilalagay niya yan. Then, it will continue searching doon sa other site. Okay? Then pagka nakita niya with the other site, lagay niya rin dun sa index. And ito yung nakikita natin na list. Okay? So bakit merong yung laging halimbawa na laging nasa unahan. Okay? Pagka nandun ka sa unahan, yung website mo nasa unahan. So ibig sabihin, yung searchability ng website mo mataas. Okay? Meron tinatawag na search engine optimization. So you optimize the searchability of your website by using a proper HTML tags. Okay? So ganun 'yon. May mga site na kahit na anong gawin, no, hindi makita ng user. Okay? Merong mga ganon. So ibig sabihin, yung SEO or search engine optimization or okay, so nasa design yun ng developer. Okay, and meron ding tinatawag na kaya meron sa sa industry merong user interface or may front end developer. Siya yung nagde-design ng user interface, no? Meron din tinatawag na back-end developer. So ito yung in charge para doon sa database. Okay? So siya yung nagko-code, siya yung nag-i-script. And also merong UX. Yung UX is user experience expert. Okay? So si user experience expert, alam niya yung SEO. Okay, so merong relation 'yon doon sa sa search engine. Okay? So pagka nag-develop ka ng website and meron kang search field, no? Saan ka maghahanap ngayon? Paano mo gagawin yung code to look for the keyword ng user? Of course, doon sa HTML. No? Meron kasing gumawa nag-propose ng project search engine, gagayahin niya yung sarili niyang website search engine. Okay. Paano mo gagawin, Kako? Kung search engine yung proposal mo. So inexplain ko sa kanya to. Okay? Next, kaya mo ba? Paano mo pupuntahan yung web server? Meron ka bang list of sites na pwede mo magamit, no? To locate lahat nung sites na pwede mong gamitin para doon sa project mo, no? So mahirap yan. You should be able to communicate with the web server, no? And also doon sa domain name. Okay? So kung gagawa ka ng search engine, doon na lang sa project mo. And this search engine will work, no, with your HTML documents. Okay? So para maging functional yung search engine mechanism, no, doon sa website. Okay? Bali magiging feature lang 'yan ng website mo. Okay? Naintindihan niyo, class?
Yes po.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So hindi hindi yan tawag dito. It's not easy to develop, no, yung ganyang project, no? You should be able to communicate with the DNS server and also the web server. Okay, now we have the streaming website. Okay, so meron ding technology na ginagamit. Okay. So streaming media is video or audio content, no, sent in compressed form. Okay? sent in compressed form over the internet and played immediately rather than being saved to the hard drive. Okay? So with streaming media, a user does not have to wait to download a file to play it. Magpe-play ka agad siya, no? So because the media is sent in a continuous stream of data, it can play as it arrives. Users can pause, rewind, or fast forward, no, just as they could with a downloaded file, unless the content is being streamed live. Okay? Pagka live, walang ano, no? There is no way to pause, no? Pwede mo stop. But when you resume the play, doon na siya sa current video, no, or current tawag doon, um uh, current kalimutan to yung kung ano yung current na lumalabas, no. So it's a real time streaming pagka live. Okay, para sa Facebook, no, walang you can pause or stop, no, pero when you resume yung play, doon na siya sa live. Wala na yung mga previous, hindi mo na siya makikita. Okay, and how the streaming website works. Paano siya, halimbawa, meron kasi mga student na nag-submit ng project, no. Ito sinasabi ko lang sa inyo, no. It's not easy to accomplish yung streaming site. Okay? It's not sharing of video na i-access mo. Okay, you have thousands of audio and videos, movies, no, na pwede mong i-share. Gawa ka ng Spotify 2, Spotify version 2. Okay, paano mo siya gagawin? Okay. Imagine that yung video mo, let's say mga 4K pagka lumabas. So ibig sabihin mataas yung resolution. Kasi hindi may enjoy ng viewers kung yung video mo is with a poor resolution. Hindi niya may enjoy yan. Kaya nga si Netflix, ang pinaka-standard niya is high res pa rin eh. Okay? High resolution pa rin. It's not 1024 yung lowest resolution. No? Sa ngayon, it's not 1024. Pagka 1024, pwede mong panoorin sa mobile. Okay? Pero not with the desktop or laptop. Okay? Kasi pangit yung resolution mo. Kaya ang karaniwan na nilalabas ni Netflix is high resolution. So it requires higher bandwidth. Okay? It requires higher bandwidth. Especially doon sa unit mo. Pagka nanonood ka, let's say meron kang 30 Mbps bandwidth or speed, no? Almost the same yan eh. Yung speed and also yung bandwidth, no? When it comes to connection. Yung pagka nanood ka ng 4K, no? This 4K video would require 7 to 9 Mbps. So kakainin niya 'yon. No? Kakainin niya 'yon. And hindi ka na makakapag-play with another device, no? Ng Netflix. Kasi uubusin niya 'yan eh. Especially yung connection natin dito, kahit na nag-subscribe ka ng 30 Mbps, hindi yan throughput. No? So, ganun yon. Okay? And paano ginagawa? Punta tayo dun sa audio. Sa Spotify, no? Si Spotify, ang ginagawa niyang technology, millions of subscribers siya, no? Hindi lang 1 million, hindi lang 2 million, no? 100 million. So it could be billion pa. Okay? So paano siya nagpi-play without lagging doon sa user? So here's the technique. No? Gumagamit siya ng peer-to-peer connection. Okay? Yung peer-to-peer connection is similar to torrent. Let me share to you yung kung ano yung meron akong torrent dito eh. Ayan, yung torrent. Wala naman akong dina-download ngayon. Okay? So, dito sa torrent, may makikita ka na down speed, up speed. Okay? And dito sa baba, meron ka makikitang peers. Okay? Dito meron ka seeds and peers. Okay? Ano yung peers? Ano yung seeds? So dito,
Piercer yung
ano?
Piercer, 'di ba yung yung user din na kasama mo, yung mag-act as a server.
Nag?
Yung mag-act as a server nung files, yung sa peers mo. Tapos yung seeders yung mag-upload ng file, yung fragmented files na dina-download mo.
Oh.
Tama ba, sir? Mali ba?
Parang 50%, no? Hindi ko ano eh, pero parang tama 'yung sinasabi mo. Hindi ganito, no? So pagka nagda-download ka, nakikita natin yung different tawag dito, different ito may plugs pa nga no? Different countries na pinanggagalingan nung dina-download mo. Okay? Tama ka. Fragmented files yung nare-receive mo. Okay? Pero pagdating dyan sa unit mo, nag-assemble na siya. Okay? Nagbo-bolt in na. Okay? Nagbo-bolt in yan. Matututunan nyo yan sa computer networks kung meron kayo. So, yung fragmented files coming from different users din. Okay? Coming from different users din na nagda-download ng the same file or the same video. Okay? Kaya merong seeds and peers. Okay? Ngayon, habang nagda-download ka, isa ka din doon sa kabilang unit no, na nagda-download din. We don't know kung sino yon, no? Kasama ka doon sa list ng peers dito. Okay? Ikaw, nagsisids ka rin. No? Nagsisids ka, pagdating doon sa kung saan ka man nagsisid, peers ka. Okay? So ganon, sharing kayo nung bandwidth. And that is the technology that is being used by the Spotify. Okay? Kasi ginawa ko yan eh. There was one time meron akong project na i-develop similar to Spotify. Okay. And Netflix. Dito with my company. Okay. Kasi gustong mag-develop ng ganyan eh, no. But with our content, hindi kami kukuha ng other content. Okay? Ang gagawin ko is a video naman with our programs. Kasi may mga programs kami, may mga TV station kami. So meron kaming may mga programs, tapos yun yung gagawin kong content. Okay? So nag-design ako ng ganyan. malaki ang budget, no? Nakakalula. Kasi infrastructure ang kailangan mo and services with other company, no? Kasi with your own infrastructure, yung mga server yan, no? Tapos meron kang different devices, no? Yung tawag dito, yung mga converter, no? Meron ka pa mga converter. Tapos you need to identify. Nakikita niyo yung sa YouTube. Yung YouTube, pagka nag-play ka, mababa ang speed mo, nag-a-adjust. Diba? Nag-a-adjust siya ng resolution or quality, no, na nare-receive mo. So, there is a device for that. So, kasama na 'yon, no, sa mga dinesign ko. But the problem is, bukod doon sa sa infrastructure, sa hardware, yung yung magbabato ng uh, content, yung magbabato ng content. Kasi hindi yan hindi yan po pwedeng i-house doon sa, halimbawa, meron kang tawag dito, subscription doon sa web server. Hindi ganun yan. It's a different service, no? Yung magbabato ng ng content mo, yun ang napakamahal. hindi kakayanin, and it will cost you a lot, no? Dollar, no? $1 million. So hindi ko na tinuloy. Sinabi ko doon sa aking boss, sa presidente, kahit na ituloy natin to, baka yung ibang project hindi niya na magawa. Okay. So, pero maganda. Then may mga may mga content provider from other countries na nakipag-tie up sa akin. Okay, binibigyan nila ako ng content, sharing of revenue, no? Sharing of revenue. Bibigyan lang, i-feed lang nila yung content, yung mga movies, no? Tapos kami na bahala magbigay doon sa mga user. No, parang Netflix. Parang Netflix din. Ganun din yung style. Kaya yung ganong project, no, impossible. It's very impossible for us, no, to develop kasi napakahirap. Okay? So it's not easy to to develop for now kasi limited yung mga technology na pwedeng gamitin. Kung available na yan and cheap technology, yes. Pwede nating i-develop. Kaya lang ngayon napakamahal. Okay, next, number 5, principles of effective web design. The usability and the utility, and not the visual design, determine the success or failure of a website. Okay, so remember this, not the visual design. It is the usability and the utility no website. Okay, na nagde-determine ng success or failure ng website. Okay? Since the visitor of the page is the only person who clicks the mouse and therefore decides everything. Okay? User-centric design has become a standard approach for successful and profit-oriented web design. User-centric, ibig sabihin, hindi ikaw ang masusunod. Okay? When you develop a website, it's a decision of a team. Okay? So, bago mo i-develop yung website mo, well, depende rin naman sa website, no? Kung ang website mo, halimbawa, kami, news site, no? Or entertainment site, ano bang gustong makita ng target audience ng website mo? Ano ba ang ine-expect ng target audience mo doon sa website? Okay? It's a user-centric. Okay? So, nangyari yan sa akin, no? Bago ako doon sa let me share to you my experience. Short lang. So, pagdating ko doon sa office, maggagawa pala ako ng website, although IT manager ako. Pero binigyan ako ng project. Okay, sige, gagawin ko. So, nag-design ako. But with the help of other people. No? So, it's collaboration. Kasi you cannot create a design, no? With a single person na siya lang lahat ang magde-decide. No. Okay? It's a decision of a team nga. Okay? So, nag-design ako with the help or collaboration with other people. So, actually, tatlong proposal. Okay? Kasi, bakit tatlong proposal? First proposal, deny. Second proposal, deny. Third proposal, deny. Kasi, bakit deny? Gusto nila kung sila ang nagde-decide. No? And sino itong mga to? That is the executive of people ng company. Naiinis ako. Ba't kayo nasusunod? Bakit kayo? User ba kayo? Hindi. So, hindi sila ang user. Hindi sila yung visitor. Bakit kayo susundin ko? Okay? So, dapat masunod yung user. Hindi naman kayong user eh. Nagdi-design kayo. Nagdi-design kami based on the user needs, wants. Okay? Hindi kayo ang magdi-decide. And hindi rin kami magdi-decide. Okay? So, ganun na nangyari. Tatlong proposal, wala nangyari. Pang-apat, wala nang proposal. Pinablish ko na kagad. Okay? Tapos, sinabi ko din sa president, publish na, available na kagad. Okay? Wala sila magawa. No? Then, it started earnings, revenue. Okay? So, it started earning revenue. So, ako lang yung nag-start ng revenue digital. So, sa akin nag-start yung mag-earn ng revenue yung digital asset namin. No? Using website, YouTube, Facebook. Okay? So, ganun yung ginawa ko. Then, 7 years na ako na nandun. And now, wala na ako doon sa sa IT manager. Hindi na ako IT manager. Ano na ako ngayon? Web development manager na. Okay? So, it's very important na yung design mo manggagaling sa user. Okay? So, ngayon, may mga improvement kami, but based on the user. Paano namin ginagawa? Survey. Okay? So, survey kami. Next, principles of effective web design. So, I have 10. No? I think may mga tinanggal na rin ako dito. So, let me discuss one by one. So, don't make users think. And according to Krug's first law of usability, the web page should be obvious and explanatory or self-explanatory. Okay. Bakit? Bakit kailangan? Kailangan kasi pagka nag-open ng website, yung user, hindi niya tatanungin yung sarili niya, ano ba to? Anong site ba to? Ang hinahanap ko eto. Ba't eto yung lumabas? Okay. So immediately, lalabas yung user. Okay. Iwan niya yung website mo. And merong impact yan doon sa website mo. Negative impact. Okay? So dapat pag open ng user doon sa website, alam niya na kagad kung ano yung gagawin niya. Alam niya na kagad kung ano yung website mo and para saan. Okay? So iwasan niyo yung meron kasing mga website na online selling. Tapos ang landing page landing page pa lang login. Pinaglalag mo na kagad. Okay? Online selling So, compare mo nga yan sa Lazada and Shopee. Pagka nagpunta ka doon sa Shopee or Lazada website, pinaglalag ka, no. Makikita mo kagad kung ano yung mga products, items na ino-offer. Okay? Last na yung login. Kailangan mong i-showcase mo muna yung content mo before mo kunin yung information ng user. Pagka nag-add to cart na. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, interesado na siya. O, nakuha mo na yung interest ng user. Okay po? And then, next is don't squander users' patience. Okay? So don't lose users' patience. Nakikita nyo to? This is a stick-it example, no? A sign-up page. And in this sign-up page, merong email address, nickname, password, and then password again. And there is a checkbox, no? With the agreement, no, o nung terms and condition, and a sign up button. Okay, kung kayo ang maglalag or magsa-sign up dito, ano yung mako-confuse ka? I'm asking you, class. Hindi pa ba kayo nag-sign up sa mga website?
Po.
Ah?
Nag-sign up nga po, sir.
Okay. So, karaniwan, ano yung mga kinukuha sa'yo? Initial sign up.
First name and last name.
First name,
First
last name.
last name.
Sign up.
Tsaka po, tsaka
Username po.
Yes. So, pagka ganung maraming pinipilapan, ano yung reaction ninyo? Siyempre, I don't know kung pare-parehas tayo, no? Pero ano yung reaction nyo? Halimbawa, may nakita kang sign up, tapos 10 yung kailangan mong pilapan, required field.
Nakakatamad.
hassle po, sir.
Makakatamad, di ba?
Tsaka po time consuming po.
Oo, di ba? So, yun yung nagiging reaction natin. Don't squander users' patience. Okay? So, yun yung nagiging reaction natin. Si Facebook, before, I don't know kung hindi ko na kasi nakikita yung yung pagka mag-create ka na account eh. Si Facebook, dati lang yan, 3 fields lang, no? Doon sa sign up niya. Okay? So, i-input mo lang yung yung username niya is email address eh. And then password. Okay? O dalawa lang pala. Tapos may button. Wala nang terms of use and yung agreement, no? Wala ka nang ganyan. May checkbox ka pa. Okay? Magsa-sign up ka lang eh. Okay? But, you agree, pagka nag-sign up ka, it's common common issue yan eh. Pagka nag-sign up ka, may risk talaga na yung data mo o yung personal data mo is ma-share sa iba. Okay? That is the common issue sa lahat yan. Kasi digital eh, online. Okay? So, pwedeng ibenta talaga yan. No? Kasi yung personal information is pinagkakakitaan talaga. It's a business. Okay? So, sa ngayon, anong tawag dito? Para magkaroon ng engagement yung audience mo with your website, no, to sign up, no, i-limit mo lang into 2 fields, input fields like email address and password. Okay. Hindi mo kailangan ng nickname kasi hindi mo naman tatawagin mo ba yung user or yung audience mo doon sa nickname niya. No. Okay? And then sign up. Okay? Optional mo yung kasi ngayon 'di ba, merong tawag dito. Halimbawa, yung robot ka ba or tao ka ba, no? Merong mga ganon. It's okay, no? It's just a validation to secure yung website, no? Yung data ng website. Okay? So, kung magkakaroon ka ng sign up, email address and password is enough. Okay, sign up. So, gano'n na. Naka-sign up na siya using email address and password. But then, your website should have yung halimbawa, yung tawag dito, complete input for the information doon sa nag-sign up. Option yon na i-complete niya yung kanyang information. Okay? So, doon lang po pwede. So, pagka gusto niya i-complete, wala na siya magagawa. Okay? Lagay niya na yung complete name, address, contact number. Okay? So, it's an option para doon sa audience. Kung gusto mong makuha yung or gusto mong ma-engage yung user doon sa website mo. Okay. Strive for simplicity. So, design na to. No? Design na to. Okay. Yung mga nauna is parang ini-encourage mo, no? Yung user. So, strive for simplicity. Ano yung napansin niyo dito sa website na to? It's very creative, no? Kasi wala namang font na ganyan. Fresh creative. Okay? So, idiretso ko na, no? So, this website uses, I think 4, no? Maximum of 4 colors. Okay. Background, white. Walang color. Okay? So, meron lang siyang blue or light blue, black, and gray, no? Plus yung white color. Okay. Yung white color is pinaka-background niya, parang common. So the maximum of 3 colors ang ginamit niya. Okay. It's very simple but creative. Okay? So ano yung advantage, no, when you have this kind of design ng website? Okay, it's easy to load, no? Kasi wala masyadong content. No? But it is also organized, no? Meron kang bukod doon sa ang tawag diyan sa fresh creative in every byte na area na yan, that is the banner. Okay? Banner yan. Mamaya may mga discussion tayo dyan, no? Kung ano yung mga type ng or content ng website. And yung hello, see the work, and let's chat is a column, no, divided into 3. So it's another content, no, sa ilalim ng banner. Okay. This is an organized type of website. A simple website, but very creative. Don't be afraid of the white space. No? Similar to previous site. Okay. So yung background niya, you will notice class, it's all white, pero yung content, no, merong separation pa rin. Hindi pa raw you will notice yung different color niya sa background is parang dirty white, no. Then si Camhunt is also white, no? Pero makikita mo yung separation nila. Okay? White background, pero makikita mo yung content organized pa rin. Okay? So, pagka ganyan yung website mo, madali siya maglo-load, no? Hindi ka magkakaroon ng issue with the loading. Si Twitter ganyan din, no? And also si Facebook, kahit na puro content yung ang makikita natin, full of content. And meron din kasi silang ginagawa doon sa image, no, and video na ina-upload ng mga subscribers, no. Ina-adjust nila yung resolution or yung quality ng image and also yung video. Communicate effectively with a visible language. Ano yung mapapansin ninyo dito sa website na to? This is a Hiram College website. Communicate effectively with a visible language. There is a visible language with this sample website na gustong i-communicate ng website doon sa visitors. Okay, yun yung ibig sabihin, no? There is a visible language na ikino-communicate na pagka inopen ko yung website, let's say ako user, student ako ng Hiram College, nag-open ako ng website. Okay? So meron ako mapapansin. Ma-attract agad ako doon sa nakita ko. Let's say doon sa homepage. And I think yung homepage is yung nasa likod, no? Yung merong picture ng school mismo. Okay? So pag open ko dun sa homepage, mapapansin ko the color of the text red. Okay? So there is a meaning, no, when you use a color red. 'Di ba? Pagka halimbawa, example, no, nagagalit ka doon sa isang tao and galit na galit ka tapos gusto mo siya i-message. Okay? So pagka galit na galit ka, ang text natin all caps. Okay? All caps. So doon sa message natin, hindi mo pwedeng pwede ba sa halimbawa nagse-send ka ng text, iba red black color yung default, or i-reverse mo yung contrast, magiging white yung text mo, then black naman yung yung background. Okay? So pero ewan ko kung sa ibang mobile, no, yung mobile ko hindi ko pa na-try na gano'n, napalitan yung red yung text, no. Okay. So there's a meaning, no? It's a visible language na gusto i-communicate nung website doon sa user. Intimate learning doon sa background niya. Okay. So naka-red siya, so meron siyang a strong meaning. Okay? Kasi pagka red is it's a strong language or strong impression, no, para doon sa audience. Okay? And then yung pagiging uniform niya, no, doon sa Hiram College, this is the header. Okay? Yung header contains the logo, yung Hiram College, that is I think, no, yung logo nung website, and then the navigation. Okay? So it's also a visible language to have a uniform, organized web pages. Okay? So each page dito sa site niya is uniform, no? Same branding, no, ang ginamit. Ibig sabihin, pagka branding, yung color, yung font type, font size, okay, and also yung logo. So walang nagbabago, no? It's the same from homepage to inner pages. Okay? Conventions are friends. 7 web design conventions you should never break. Logo placement, main navigation, link styling, button functionality, standard icons, visual hierarchy, and clear naming. So yung logo placement is always on the left side, upper left side. So anong ibig sabihin? Bakit laging nandoon? Bakit laging nandoon? Kasi I don't know kung naging curious kayo, no? Tayo kasi pagka nagbabasa, we always look at the left side. I don't know kung napapansin nyo yun, no? Kasi doon tayo doon tayo laging nag-i-start ever since na natuto kang magbasa. Yun ang practice natin. Left to right. Okay? Left to right. With other countries, like Arab countries, no? Right to left naman sila. Okay? So, pagka nakita mo yung website nila, baligtad din. Okay? Nasa right side din. And even their books, no? Pagka inopen nila, baligtad. Kasi baligtad din yung orientation, no? Nung books nila. Okay? So, it's not the same with the Arab countries. No? Sa iba naman, sa China, paano ba yung ano? Hindi. Sa South Korea, pag ano naman. And also sa Japan, no? Pag ano. So, nag-i-start from top to bottom. Okay? So, kaya lang, majority sa mga tao starts from left side. Okay? So, from left to right ang ginagawa natin. So, kaya sa web design, no, ano yung pwede makapag-capture ng attention ng audience mo? Saan mo siya best place ilalagay? Left side. And even doon sa mga advertisement na nakikita natin sa website, no, best place is left side and also doon sa header area. Okay, so you design the website with science application. Okay, then sa main navigation is depende doon sa design, no. Yung main navigation, ito yung mga menu items, no. Okay, so it depends on the design, but yung standard is always on the logo placement also, no? Kasama siya dun sa header. Okay, sometimes nasa right, sometimes nasa left. Okay, and what if pagka mobile lang ginamit doon sa website? Okay, so ang ginagawa pagka mobile ang ginamit na device doon sa website, your main navigation becomes a hamburger type menu. Hamburger. Meron tatlong lines, no? Yung tatlong bar. That is the hamburger type menu. Okay? So, clickable 'yan. So, pagka-click, naka-vertical arranged na yung menu, not horizontal. Okay, link styling. So, sa link styling, it could be image or a text, no? So, pwedeng image yung link mo, but dapat appropriate and standard, no? Pero it's not normally used, no? Kung ang website na ginawa mo is for children, no? Like yung mga toddlers, so mas maganda nga gawin yan, no? Pagka yung link styling mo is image. Okay, mga cartoon characters, no, na pwedeng i-enjoy ng mga audience mo. Okay, yung mga hindi pa marunong magbasa. Okay, so mag-e-enjoy sila talaga sa image, especially pagka yung image is animated. Okay. Then button functionality. So the button should be functional. Lahat. Okay. Dati na uuso yung may button doon, no? Parang gusto mong sabihin na ito yung website ko, ito yung mga content, pero some of the buttons are not completed. Okay? Pagka-click yung button, wala lumalabas. Nakalagay under construction. Wala nang ganun ngayon, no? I don't know kung inabutan niyo 'yun, no? Dati puro ganun, no? Merong website na inopen under construction. Okay? So bakit anong intention mo? Bakit kino-confuse mo yung user or yung audience mo? Okay? Number 5, standard icons. Never use or create your own icon. Okay, use standard icons. Maraming downloadable icons, no, sa internet. Okay. Kung gusto mo gumawa ng standard icons, sino yung target audience mo? You should explain, no, yung icons na ginamit mo. Kasi hindi yan maiintindihan ng user, and pagka hindi naintindihan ng user, iwan yung website mo. Okay? Ganun lang yun. Ba't ako magtitiis dyan? Remember this, website, walang user manual. Okay? Wala kayong ma-open na website na merong user manual. Si pup.edu.ph nung dineploy yung bagong nireface nila yung yung homepage. Okay? May user manual ba? Wala. Okay? It's up to you paano mo siya gagamitin. And discover kung nasaan na yung mga dati mong ino-open. Okay? Pero user-friendly siya. No? Kung mapapansin niyo, let me open yung PUP website, no? Okay? So user-friendly na siya. Meron pa siyang pop-up. This is easy link para doon sa mga audience. Okay? Kung applicant ka, hindi mo kailangan ito kasi yung interest nung applicant no? To click or to open yung site for the applicant. Kung student ka, gusto mo pupunta mo yung student, and you don't care about the content, no? Yung homepage. Okay? Kung faculty ka, then you go ahead with the faculty member, or kung employee ka. Okay? So diretso, without, kaya na may impact yung mga ganyan, no? May impact yan. May negative impact, pero it doesn't care pagdating sa kasi yung revenue wala namang intention ang PUP, no, to gain revenue dito sa website natin. Okay, so kung hindi ka naman pupunta rito and you want to go with the other page, no, okay, so nandito ka na sa homepage. Okay, so you can scroll up and down yung homepage. Ano yung assistance or friendliness na pwedeng ibigay sa'yo? You can go dito, na makikita niyo yan. Meron siyang service na nag-i-stay sa'yo. Okay? You can go on top and click kung gusto mong balikan yung pop-up window na to. Okay? So, dati ang bagal mag-load, no? Ngayon, mabilis na. Why? Kasi yung content niya are all links. Links na lang Okay? So, konti na lang yung inilalabas niyang image din. No? Ang problem lang nila is this, no? I don't know kung lumalabas sa nyo yan. I think, ganyan din yung problema nyo. Na-open nyo na ba to? Class, nandiyan pa ba kayo?
Di pa, sir.
Di pa?
Yes, sir.
You have to try, no? You have to try. Ito yung mga other links sa government. Ayan. www.gov.ph. Okay. And there is also another link here. Ayan, government links. Office of the President, Office of the Vice President. So, yung mga services na pwedeng i-provide nandito. Then meron kang search engine dito. And this is for the PUP website alone. Hindi yan po pwede sa labas.
Sir, bale, ano po siya? Functions as a portal.
Alin? Yes.
Yung PUP site po.
Yes. This is a portal. Kasi you have other links dito for other site, no? Like yung PUP i-apply. You have also webmail, di ba? Provided ka ng webmail eh. Then we have the PUP student site, no? SIS for faculty site, no? So this is considered a portal. Meron pang ano yan, no? Itong nakikita natin, class, is a user interface. Okay? User interface. So bago nila dinevelop yan, yung ganitong design, no, I think maraming decision. Maraming pag-aaral ang ginawa. Okay? Kino-consider dyan, paano yung loading? Sa loading ng website, walang standard. No? Na dapat ganito yung speed ng ng website natin pagka nag-load. Walang ganon, class. But there is a benchmarking na ginagawa, no, to compare yung loading ng site. Let's say baka tong website ng PUP compare with other school, no, or university. Okay? So ganun ang ginagawa. Ganun yung improvement. Kino-compare lang pero walang standard. Maraming website na mababagal din. Kami nga, yung website namin, mabagal, no? Kasi, inabutan ko na yung design ng database eh. 2 database yung website namin. Okay. Gusto kong baguhin, kaya lang, hindi lang kasi ako nasusunod, no? So may problem, okay? Pero may mga improvement din akong ginawa, no? Because I need to benchmark my website, no, company website, with other news site. Okay? So kino-compare ko din kung ano yung result kasi merong analytics na tinatawag, no? Using analytics, you can compare yung loading ng website. Okay, may mga tools na available sa internet. Okay? And you will find out na ano yung mga tools na yan. So marami. Nakalimutan ko lang yung ginagamit ko dito. I-share ko sa inyo yan pagka may time. Okay? Saan na tayo? Ayun, standard icons, no? Visual hierarchy. Yung visual hierarchy dito sa site natin, ito yung dito kasi wala siyang ginawa. Okay? Wala siyang ginawa. Kundi, normally yung visual hierarchy, nakikita natin dito. Okay. Ano yung example? Sitemap. Yung sitemap is considered here. Kasi ito yung navigation mo, no? Ito yung header, yung part na yan, no? Header, including this government links. Okay, doon sa header meron logo, company, no? Name ng company, and yung navigation. Okay, ito yung navigation. So this is considered the hierarchy. Ito na yung hierarchy. Okay, all this item dito sa navigation, functional. These are links. Okay? So medyo nahirapan ako nung una. Kasi pagka nag-open ako ng website, ang hinahanap ko calendar. That is common sa mga faculty, professor, na hinahanap yung calendar para updated ako kung ano yung may mga changes, no, kailan yung schedule ng midterm, kailan yung schedule ng departmental exam, di ba? Kailan schedule ng kung kailan walang pasok. Okay? So kung ano yung mga schedule doon sa calendar. So dito, saan kaya yung calendar dito? Wala. Okay? Wala akong makitang calendar. Okay? Naganap ako calendar. Ito, may weakness ang website, PUP natin. Calendar. Wala akong makita rito ngayon. Ano ibinigay? Yung may mga calendar siguro na ano, ayan, calendar, di ba? Announcement ang binigay sa akin. Okay? So, nasaan yung calendar? Balik ako ng about PUP. Clinic ko. Dito ko makikita ngayon. Kasi kulang yung ano dito wala. Di ba? Maraming kulang. So, dito ko nakita yung university calendar. Okay? So, ang ginawa niya, kulang. Merong calendar dito. This is calendar. Merong calendar dito, pero hindi niya kinuha to. Okay? I don't know why. No? Kung ano yung, paano yung design niya. Okay? So, dapat dito ka magsi-search. Ito yung HTML, for example, no? Pero yung ano hindi ko alam. It could be PHP or I don't know, no? Kung HTML ba to? Kasi pagka binuo mo yung source, lalabas sa'yo yung HTML. Kahit na ano pa yung ginamit mong ano, no? Tools, programming tools, no? Dito sa site mo. Ang ilalabas niya sa'yo is HTML. Okay. So, may mga JavaScript yan kasi may mga script ka rito like this, no? Yan. Pero, yan. Yan, may mga list, may mga UL, list. So, yan yung ano, yan yung content ng ano, anong ito, no? List lahat yan. Okay, so yun yung visual hierarchy, no? Clear naming. So meron tinatawag na naming convention. Pagka nagbigay ka ng name sa mga links, no? Navigation items, dapat kung ano yung laman or kung ano yung anong tawag dito? Ano ba yung halimbawa sa isang page, no? Balik tayo dito para mas malinaw. Halimbawa, yan. Executive orders. Ano yung laman ng executive orders? Ano yung ibig sabihin ng page na yun? Okay? And that is, ibig sabihin, executive orders. Yung mga order ng executive. And makikita mo yon doon sa link lang pala to. Ngayon ko lang na-open to. Okay? So, i-share niya, no, from OneDrive. Close na natin yan. So, available naman yan sa inyo. No? Okay? So, yun yung ibig sabihin ng ano, clear naming. Hindi ka pwedeng gumamit ng ibang name. Let's say, doon sa example, nung ginawa ko is executive orders, tapos ang nilagay mo is yung name nung boyfriend mo o nung girlfriend mo or favorite anime character. Huwag ganon. Okay? So, be professional. Test early, test often. When you do design, no, wala pang programming, when you do a design, you always look for the output. No? You test usually yung ginagawa mo. Okay? And for the programming, let's say nag-JavaScript ka na, nag-PHP ka na, you always check, no, yung output. Okay? Yun yung ano ganun ang developer Then I just added this slide, no, to convince you to make a proper layout design ng website, no. But it is always depends on the type of audience. Okay? So, quality website design attains maximum leads. Okay, maximum leads, ibig sabihin, yung pinaka-highest, no, highest number of audience, highest number of engagement. So, when you have a good design, pwedeng mag-attract ng more visitors. Okay? And when you have more visitors, then you have more profit. Okay? So, ganun lang yun. Pero kung ang intention mo is to generate a revenue, no, for your website, okay lang yan. No? Kung pwede mong gawin yan. Maraming website na ganyan. No? Kung ano nga kung eto nga sayang to I don't know kung meron sila intention na mag-generate ng revenue to. Ang lakas niyan. Ang lakas niyan. So, yung user, imagine mo, ang audience mo, not only students, no, but also parents, faculty, all ages, all levels, millions of engagement ang ma-achieve na ito. Ang laki ng kikitain yan. Kaya lang, siyempre, kailangan ng kailangan ng approval sa top management, sa management ng PUP. Next, gusto nyo muna mag-break, class? Bago tayo mag-discuss dito sa number 6.
Okay
po,
lang
sir.
po.
Okay, sige. Break muna tayo. 10 to 15 minutes. No? Balik tayo.
Thank you po, sir.
7:40. Balik tayo
Thank you, sir.
7:40.